So we're over here at the trailhead and got their attention. They're gonna take off in sport mode right here in a 4-door Wildtrak. This is what we drove the other day. So this is the driving experience, or the riding experience. Here they go. Oh wow, we got a drag race. I think I lost that one. Those turbos kicked in. So I guess we just did a little bit of a roll race. He's jumped up behind me now. I guess we just did a little bit of a roll race with the new Bronco and new Bronco 1 5th Gen 0. We may catch him again here in just a second. What's up guys, welcome back to Backroad Driver. Today we're at Super Celebration East. We just filmed a video doing an overview of the whole event. We also got to do a ride 2 days ago and we've got a video about that. Both of those videos will be in a link in the description so you can watch them when this one's over. Right now I'm going to show you a walk around and jump inside and show you some things that I really like on the new 2021 Ford Bronco, and we may even look at some Bronco Sports. There's a bunch here. We got to drive in one of the 10 or 12 vehicles that you can ride in. You can see they're lined up all the way down through here. Broncos and Bronco Sports, and then they've got models all over the place right here that we can look in, jump in, touch, feel, walk around. So let's get into it. You can tell the excitement's here for the new product. Over here is a field of over 1,000 old Gen Broncos, 1st through 5th, and then over here on the 6th Gen, there's people all over these Broncos. So we're gonna get inside, we're gonna look at all the colors, and show you some of my favorite features. So we've got a 4-door Badlands in Cyber Orange. This is actually very similar to what Sam and I drove the other day in that video. Doors off, you kind of see how this works. Very simple, and I'm not saying that this will be exactly like what comes out. This shows you really well how the mirror stays on even when the door comes off. Way more functional than a Wrangler. Looks pretty clean. Let's hop in. You've got the washout plugs in the floorboard, so you can just twist this, pop it out, hits a drain pan, and then runs out. So that's really cool. You can just wash these out when you're out on the trail or just because you're lazy. We pop up in. This is what it looks like, guys, to sit behind the wheel. Big screen. This is what we had the other day where my kids were sitting in the back on one of our rides. We did 2 rides, not just the one you saw in the video, and the kids could actually see everything happening in the front cam. That was really cool. We got all our modes here, our goat modes. Really cool button. Finishes are really nice. You can tell the Bronco font has made its way over into the gear selector. Got the nice Bronco on the shifter. The window switches are right here in the middle. I love how they brought orange into the interior here. And then up top, you've got, this one really has everything. You've got all your disconnects, all your cool modes. I mean, you're gonna have to pay attention to your manual to really figure out how to drive this thing, because there's a ton of stuff you can do. And we'll have a ton of videos on that. Up top, you can bolt your rack in to be able to bolt stuff to, and they're really smart. They even put power up top. So any device, a GoPro, a phone, a Garmin that would actually have GPS, even when you're out on a trail and you don't have any signal, that's going to be able to mount up here on a rail that you can bolt on, and then also attach to power so that it'll stay on. I mean, you got B&O sound system in here, guys. Built-in aux switches so you can hook up lights or any other types of accessories. Here's your top that you can snap off. So on this model, you can take these two panels off independently, and they are hard on the inside. And then you can take this middle back panel out. And it's just, I mean, it's simple. It's a few clicks and pops, and then a pop here, and then this panel comes off. There's one in the back here too, but it's not that hard to be able to pop all these off. And if I'm not mistaken, you can store most of this in the very back of the vehicle. They've actually got the doors. I'm gonna flip around and show you in just a second. They actually have the doors stored for this vehicle in the back right now. Whoops, sorry, I honked my horn. Really nice bead locks. You got rock sliders on here, and we used those yesterday in that Wildtrak. Here's your door storage. So really neat how the bag that the door goes in actually has a strap and has a predetermined tie down point. So I don't think each door straps in. I think it may just be the front one leans on the back of the back seat, and then the last one straps in, and then, well, we do have something strapped here. So somehow looks like the front door that you put in, the first one, straps in and clicks, and they've got a mount point. So everything fits in here. It would be really easy to shut the door, and everything fits up perfect. So you got doors off, driving down the road, the weather changes, pop them all back on. Got a nice shock here, so you can actually open that thing real soft, and then it'll also swing all the way open. Love the flip up glass. But you can tell some folks have been in this thing. A lot of you guys ask about the back seat space of how much room do you have. We got asked that a lot the other day because Sam was actually sitting in the back. So I'm gonna sit up here first and go ahead and sit up. I'd like to say 6 foot, guys, but unfortunately it's just 5'11". My knees have got a couple inches of clearance here. Very comfortable stretch out. It's not an F-150 or an Expedition, but it's very, very comfortable. My knees don't hit. If there was a door here, I've got a couple of inches before my knee would hit the door. So everything is good and comfortable here. So I won't adjust the seat forwards or backwards, but I would, if I drove, I would adjust the kickback here, the upper portion. Well, that will go up or down. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to get a little bit up here so that I'm still very comfortable. I'm going to tilt the seat back right there. This right here would be plenty enough room for me to ride anywhere that I would want to ride. So now I'm going to hop in the back. You can see what you're working with here, but these things do come in quite a bit. And let's see what we got. I do love the grab handle here. You got the Bronco mats in. Now, like I said, 5'11", maybe 5'11 and a half. My knees, I wonder if these seats tilt back. My knees don't hit. They wouldn't hit the side. I got plenty of room. They wouldn't rub into another passenger if there were only 2 big guys in the back seat. I wouldn't put, I mean, I could pull my knees together and you could get 3 big guys in the back seat. 3 kids easy. This back seat doesn't have any adjustability, so I can't reach under here and tilt this back any further. Now, there is an adjustment up here that will tip forward, and I'm gonna bet you, I don't know for sure, maybe you'll let me know in the comments, with these doors out, this and this other side, that's a 60-40 split, there's the split, it may push back a little bit and give you a little bit more, and I'm gonna bet you it does. This one's already pushed back a little bit further than that one, so I bet you this side would go back further if the doors weren't back there. So even with the doors tucked away, an almost 6 foot male in the front and one in the back, I could go trail riding, I could drive 3 hours to the airport, I could do anything with 4 big guys in this vehicle at one time. And I think you could still get a smaller passenger right here in the middle. So nice size. The door off feature is pretty doggone cool. I think they've done an excellent job. The fit and finish is on point too. Wow. So this is a 2-door Area 51 Badlands with the Sasquatch package, which doesn't come on Badlands, but you can add that on Badlands. Just had to talk it over with them because the badge is not here. I don't know if somebody's pulled it off or it never made it on. You can tell it's Badlands. You got the anthracite cheese grater grill and the orange accented interior, evidently. That's another telltale on Badlands. So we're gonna jump in this thing in just a second, but I did notice something else right here. I'm gonna flip around and zoom in. When you take your doors off, right here, this is your power port. So what you've got is one plug that plugs in and pulls out right there, and then you pop your doors out. So you don't have a lot of connectors that you could break the clips off of trying to get your Bronco doors off. So let's hop in this dude. And I'm also gonna do the back seat test because I think the dimensions are a little bit different. I'll do that on the driver's side this time. So we hop in, the Squatch is up there a little bit, guys. Really cool. Pretty much same interior as we were just in on the Cyber Orange 4-door. So nothing to say about that. I've got my foot down at pretty much where I would drive. I think I might even go up a little bit. So I'm gonna reach under, it is manual control. I'm about, my knees are still a good couple of inches from hitting dash. Even with doors in, I would be perfect. What's really cool is with your doors off, all this is weatherproof, so you really don't have to worry about a whole lot. I'm sure if I flip this mat up, oh, I got carpet. So you don't have the spray out. You do have carpet here. Same situation where, well, this is the soft top. I think that's optional, but you've got your clip out here and here, and this will all flip back. And you've seen pictures of it where it just flips back and stays at the very back of the vehicle. So I am set up where I would drive, wheel and everything. Now I'm gonna flip the seat up and get in the back right where, and put this seat back where it's at and show you what the leg room is. All right, so to make sure I do that, y'all check me on this. That's where everything's at. I'm gonna grab the handle here, seat tips forward, everything slides, and I don't see a grab handle there or here, so I'm just gonna kind of grip it and rip it. There is a little indentation right here that I can grab, and I'm gonna go foot right here, and I'm doing this with the camera in one hand. So pull in. I didn't bang my head. All right, I'm back here. You guys see what I see. I'm actually gonna pull the camera back to where my face is here in just a second. I'm gonna pull this back. It's back to where it was. Oh my goodness. Okay, you can see all the room up there. That's where I was sitting up front. Guys, look at this. I have a couple of inches here. Plenty of knee room on this side. Plenty of knee room on this side. I would definitely say in the back seat here, you don't have that extra side. You've got your, sir.
Am I wrecking anything?
No, you're fine. In the 2-door.
We're gonna put the doors back on.
Oh wow, we'll watch you do it. They're gonna put the doors on, so we'll check them out. Because you got the fender wells coming up, the back seat doesn't seem as wide, so you don't have the gap here with the extra seat. So it's 2 people back here, so this is a 2+2. Pretty good cargo area back here. Not bad at all. I'll flip that open in a second if we can. But I would say this, if you're sitting in this side, you probably have your seat back a little bit further than you do if you're in the driver's seat where you're pushed up and into those pedals a little bit. So those are about, this is a little bit further pushed ahead than this, just about maybe one little click, and this seat's tipped back further for more comfort. So I've got a lot of room here, and you would have plenty of room over there. I know you're gonna say, well, you should have shown us that. I'm gonna jump over there. So this seat's set up for like a super big person, over 6 foot tall, kick back, very comfortable. When I slide over, and I do have big old feet, and then I'm very surprised, guys. I'm still not hitting. I've got an inch of gap, plenty of knee room over here. Now, I wouldn't want to do this for 3 hours. I would ask this person to slide forward about 1 inch, and then I would be a lot more comfortable. But not bad at all. The back seat is awesome. What's your name?
My name is Steven Matich, M-A-T-I-C-H.
Oh, now you're going the whole SAD card thing.
He's got the end where he can sit down. So they're going to pop this in.
Okay, we got it.
Well, that's easy. My wife could probably do that too. I'll buy one, let her put it.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, he just needed to shut the door a little bit more, but he's already got power plug going in.
Power
It's that
plug is
simple
plugged in.
One power plug.
Okay.
And he's got
The short 13 millimeter bolt goes to the bottom hinge.
Don't forget that.
Keeps the neighbors from taking it.
Remember, if you own a Jeep, when you take your doors off, if you end up on a trail, you have to bring a long cord so you can chain them to a tree. And then remember, put a pin on your phone so you can remember where they go. And then the long bolt
Goes straight up from the bottom.
Yeah.
What's up? Good, sir. How are you?
And that bolt came with a washer, or is that?
Yeah, it's made right on it,
Okay,
so it can't come off.
Yep, because I would lose that.
Yeah, no, it's made right on it.
So you need a 10 millimeter socket?
13 millimeter
13
socket.
millimeter socket, and does that come with the Bronco?
It comes in the toolkit with the ratchet and everything else, and doors on.
Doors on, guys. Boom. Now, I did notice if you try to put it on with it open too wide, it won't catch just right. So
Right,
you have
yeah,
to
so
get it
it
at
has
about,
to-
not quite a 45, but you got to get it a little bit of an angle.
Yep, and then so it just sets straight down on there, and then that way you don't bang the door into the fender and don't chip paint anywhere.
That's right. Sweet. Thanks for showing us.
Oh, you're welcome. And then this is the tool bag. Not this ratchet, this is mine, but that's your toolkit that comes in there, and it's got all the different pieces that takes off all the stuff in here.
So what's the deal with Bronco bolts?
Bronco bolts that's like the Easter egg kind of thing, so it just says Bronco on it.
On the bolt?
Yeah, on the bolts, yeah.
Sweet. Is there anywhere exposed where we can see one of those? Or are they all on fenders?
They're mostly on fenders and stuff, but don't quote me on that because I'm not the product guy.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I'm more a mechanic guy.
I hear you.
And my job's been slow, so just so you know, we've been doing this. This is the third trip from Johnson Valley to Moab, Utah to here. We've had no issues.
That's awesome. Sweet. Thanks for showing us.
Oh, you're welcome. You know what? Do these ones? Okay, if you get a real extreme close-up on these, they say Bronco on these. Right there.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah.
I'll get in a little closer for you
It says
guys.
Bronco America, I believe it says.
Yeah, buddy. There's your Bronco bolts. Before I jump out, here's the mold kit, so you can strap stuff down, just kind of keep everything from bouncing around. I think your toolkit would go back here. There's probably a spot for it in the back, but
It kind of slides into the glove box.
there you go. It's got a spot. Very well thought out, guys. So they store the bolts, which is pretty smart. They store the bolts in the door.
And then the one goes into the hinge itself. You can put it in there and give it a little bit of tightening so that it won't fall off, or you can put them in the glove box and listen to them rattle around. But it's to each of their own.
That's right.
Okay, going on the end, I got there we go.
There you go. They drop the bolts in, it's on. That's one of the cooler features on a lifestyle vehicle like this, where being able to put and I don't think you can on the two-door. I don't think you can put the doors in the back because there's not much room behind that back seat. But on the four-door, they said those doors are a little bit easier to get off and on, and they will store in the back. So your choice. We've got one of both coming. The one that we actually need to be able to pop the doors off all the time, the two-door, that's the one we'll take on the trail a lot. We won't be able to store them in the vehicle unless there's something aftermarket that comes out where you can bag those up, flip the back seat down, and then store those laying flat. So we'll see. This is the new Bronco Sport in Cactus Gray. It's a Badlands. It's got the Stillies on it for wheels right there. Really cool. There's a lot of hate on this vehicle. A lot of people want to say it's not a Bronco. A lot of people say a Bronco 2 wasn't a Bronco, and I don't see a lot of those here, or really any. Guys, this is a very respectable vehicle. We actually reviewed this at our local dealer. You can actually drive that here at Bronco Super Celebration, whereas you can only ride in the full-size Bronco. I can tell you from riding this and doing an overall review, we'll put that link in the description. This is a very, very good vehicle to drive. The off-road capabilities are very, very good. Is it gonna be every bit as strong as the big Bronco? No, you wouldn't expect it to at quite a lower price tag. It's just not what you're buying. You're buying something with all the looks like a Bronco, smells like a Bronco, doesn't have the same off-road pedigree, but it will surprise you at what this will actually do. And it has a great fit and finish on the inside. So I think this thing might be getting a lot of undue hate, and they're calling it, you know, just a rebadged Escape. I think it's a very high quality vehicle. If I was in the market for something in this price range, in that small to medium size SUV, or we'll call it small compact, this is absolutely the vehicle I would buy. I wouldn't dare put my money on a RAV4 or one of those Toyota little things, or it's better than a Jeep Renegade by a lot. It's better than a Jeep Cherokee. It looks better, it's better off-road. So you got to compare it to what's in its weight class to actually truly appreciate what this is. A lot of leg room, very family friendly. And then I'll show you the cargo. So this is with the seat pushed way back, lots of cargo, or lots of foot room. And then check out how big this cargo space is.
Yeah.
So we got Mitchell Watts messing with the Ford gear. You're not
What's
supposed
up,
to,
man?
You're not supposed to be touching that.
Hopefully they won't mind. But they won't catch me on video doing it, will they?
I just did. And I'm putting this on the internet.
How are you doing?
brother?
Doing good, man. Have you met my wife? This is Ashley and my 3 kids.
Ashley, we don't want to put them on camera.
I don't care.
Okay, sorry.
As long as she
Ashley,
doesn't care.
what's your name?
Can you say Steven?
Steven.
Steven?
Charlotte.
What's your name? Bubba?
Yeah.
That's a good Alabama
He doesn't
name,
know his
brother.
real name.
That's a good Alabama name.
His real name's John Daniel, but he doesn't know his real name.
John Daniel.
Goes
I have
Bubba.
my best friend from college, or one of the two. If I say that, and then my other best friend sees this, so John
John Daniel.
Okay, Paul David Houston is my best friend. So I think it's an
There you go.
Alabama. He's a Birmingham boy.
Absolutely.
So it's a double name thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How long you been here today?
Since about 10 o'clock, maybe now.
Okay.
So,
Okay. We got here just a few minutes ago, and I'm like, "Hey, hon, this is what we've got ordered. Is this okay?" "Yeah, right." And she's like, "As long as you buy me an Expedition, it's fine." So
It's not like he'll let me drive this anyway.
that's exactly. I thought about getting a manual so I could guarantee she won't know how to drive it. So anyway,
Well, good to see you, brother.
absolutely great to see you too.
So we got the color selections right over here. I'll show you those real quick in this video, but we showed them in our last video, and we actually showed them last year as well. What's really cool about this is look at the line of people trying to get up here to see the colors, because this is all the colors on these painted gas cans in one place. Really cool. Everything here, I'm kind of blown away with the number of people. There's all your old school stuff, and everybody's going through that like it's a car show, but there's a whole different group of people up here on the new stuff that weren't previously Bronco fans, that might not have even been aware of what a Bronco was. So the new Bronco's been huge for Bronco. I guess the legacy of that to be carried on everywhere. So one more time, and I'm gonna get the blues right this time, okay? These two were flipped around in our last video. My bad. Oxford white, iconic silver, cactus gray, area 51, carbonized gray, cyber orange, race red, rapid red, velocity blue, lightning blue, I'll slide this back, antimatter blue, and shadow black. So guys, this is your color slate for 2021. Will there be a green or something else crazy for 2022? A lot of you guys are holding out for something. Comment down below. A lot of you have in our other video, but what are you buying? Which color are you buying? And if you're not buying, which color do you like the best out of this slate? Hey guys, right before we check out this black diamond cyber orange, Dan walked up, Dan Schaffer. He actually took us on our drive in our last video where you get to see the whole trail. How's the trail treating you out there today, brother?
It's good, and today I got the manual trans.
Oh wow.
That's kind of fun on that left turn there. Right.
That's awesome.
And there's no trail turn assist, so it's a little bit tough.
So you got to make that turn without trail turn assist and a manual, and you're still having no trouble?
It's a little tough.
A little tough.
A little tough. Gotta get some wheel spin going.
I hear you.
Remember how when you're hitting that wall there?
Yep.
And you're praying that you're not gonna hit it.
That you're gonna go forward.
You gotta throttle on and just work it to rotate it.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Dan's a legend in the Ford community. He's been around for a long time. We didn't even know who we were riding with, but we got done and we started looking this guy up, and there's pictures of him and interviews of him with the first prototype when they talked about bringing Bronco back. So check out our last video and you get to see this guy whip it with us in the vehicle in that Badlands. No, it was a Wildtrak, and he does all the moves in there. So that link's in the description.
When do I get to go in the Wolf? Remember you promised me the Wolf. I want to see the Wolf.
Are you here tomorrow?
I am here tomorrow. And so it's going to be Wolf in the rain, isn't it?
That's not a good combo. We might have to figure that one out, though.
And I won't break the trans like your buddy did from Town and Country.
Yeah, I just saw him. I just bumped into Mitchell. But yeah, guys, if you want to see this guy drive the Wolf, because you know he can drive, let us know in the comments. Thanks, Dan.
All right, buddy. We'll see ya.
So if you want to see these things roll, Dan was just talking about, this is Dan. He's got people hopping in, but he's got the manual Badlands. I think that's, he said non-sass. So, or I'm sorry, not the trail turn assist. So a little bit harder move today to get up that trail. He's not beat that thing up. He's still got it under control. We got Area 51 Badlands. I'm gonna walk down the row here, show you some more while everybody has swarmed that one right there that we'll go jump in just a second. I appreciate you guys being patient with me. Give the video a thumbs up if you like this type of content. Helps our channel out, and if you really like it, hit subscribe. So this thing, I love the contrast. Like Sam was saying in our overview of the whole show video, the white to black contrast is just awesome. Got black, big bend. This is something you've wanted to see. You got the big bend interior, a little bit of cloth, or synthetic materials really, I guess. He's got bead locks. This thing is sick. Look at this color, guys.
All good, brother?
Do you like this Wildtrak in Velocity Blue? I think it's awesome. I think this blue is, I think this is just a wonderful color. You've got black badges on here. This thing looks mean. Cyber Orange Wildtrak. This is what we took our ride in the other day. Got the Wildtrak graphic package. I'm shocked. This thing's unbelievable what it will do, guys. If you want to see what it'll do, check that video out. It's where we go take that wild ride with Dan Schaffer. We've got a red Badlands 2-door, and it is the automatic. Oh wow, here we go. So this is the first and only first edition that I've seen in person. It's ruby red. It's obviously got everything on it. You got your gloss black mirror, you got your gloss black grille, you got your first edition graphics. Now you can't see them, but there's actually graphics underneath there. You can kind of get a hint of them right there. But that's your first edition graphics. I don't think they'll mind. Well, they will mind. They got the door locked. But you got the first edition interior in this is the navy pier, so it's blue and gray. I'll see if we can't get this thing opened up so we can check those seats out. But it comes with everything. You got gloss black wheels with a gloss black bead lock on them, so that's pretty cool. Full size spare, blacked out badges. First edition's gonna be hot stuff. It has all the right tech. It's got everything on there that you can get in one package, so really nice vehicle. So this is your navy pier in the first edition. It's really nice up here with the navy. You got gray here, navy seat back. That's what it is, guys.
Get out of there.
Navy in the back. Thank you, brother. You got a cactus gray Badlands 4-door. There's that, I believe, race red 2-door up there. But it's awesome, guys, to be able to see these things. Here's a 4-door Badlands in Area 51. They're lining them up, cleaning them up, getting them ready to drive again. It's pretty cool how this top does. Nice open experience. I love how you got the body color bar kicking out in the back. Race red's impressive. Not gonna lie, this Badlands 2-door, I love the scale of the 2-door. I think it's gonna be the juggernaut off-road. So I probably said it in this video already. We're gonna have a first edition in the exclusive lightning blue color 2-door. And then my wife is gonna have a first edition Area 51 4-door. So it'll have the slick painted black mirrors and grille, first edition graphics. It'll be trail rated and ready to go. I think trail rated's a Jeep word. But we'll get both of those off-road. We'll make my wife drive something else. So don't worry, if you want to see a lot of wild Bronco content, this is the channel for you guys. We're gonna go back over here, check out this 2-door, look at the cargo area. They've got the hood popped up. We'll check the engine out, a few other little things. So the driver was kind enough to let me in, even though they've got everything sanitized down for the next ride. I wasn't able to touch anything in the interior. That is actually serial number 1 of the first editions. So you probably won't see that too often after these events. I mean, it may even get auctioned off, but that is serial number 1 out in the wild. That's pretty cool. This is the 2.7 engine, small V6, fits nicely. I don't think a 5.0 Coyote is going to fit in there real easy for a Coyote swap, so I think it'll be a long time, and then none of your tech works. So it's going to be a long time for something like that. That's why we bought our 96 Bronco, so that we could have the V8 and have the bigger size, and we're going to compare it to our new 2021s and kind of show you the differences in this smaller vehicle on the trail with the more powerful V6 twin turbo engine. So big old long doors. This is kind of the reason you can't store the 2-door doors, because this width is way longer, because you got to be able to access that back row. So the black diamond interior, all synthetic, kind of a composite type material. Got a little blue accent, and that may be how you know that it is what it is. I've already got into the back of one of these. We're going to check that cargo area out. So not a ton to see in here. When we look at the back, even with that top up, you can see there's quite a bit of room. It's not a Ford Explorer in the back, but it's not bad at all. Got that the shock adds a little soft close feature there. Great looking rig. A lot of people are going to buy this line. It's a good little Bronco, guys. I love the 2-door, if I haven't said that already. So the further we get into Friday afternoon, more people are showing up. It's going to rain like cats and dogs tomorrow and Saturday. That's usually the biggest day of this event. I can't explain how many people are here. A ton are here to ride in the Bronco and drive the Bronco Sport. And these boys are headed out right now in the Broncos. The Sports just took off. Everybody has had a Bronco in the past, or knows somebody that has, or their dad had one, or their brother had one. And so they're coming back to the Bronco brand for this new one, because it's modern, it's updated, it's an awesome vehicle to drive. I can attest to the ride quality at this point after having been in it, and it will do unbelievable things off-road. So guys, thanks for checking out our channel. We'll catch you in the next one. Check something else out right here in the end card, and then down in the description we'll have all those videos I talked about in this video. It's a Bronco world, guys. Peace.